episode of Silicon Valley's Got Talent, where you get to enjoy and experience artistic expression at its finest, transcending geographies, genres, and generations. I'm your host, Rishi Kumar. Our TV show brings to you emerging talents in the Bay Area. You also get to enjoy video snippets from our monthly event, interviews of our star cast, and live studio performances. Occasionally, we also highlight upcoming Bay Area shows and community events, including some of the music schools and folks that are helping local talent thrive. Today, we have an awesome guest. Let me introduce you to Alexis, who's an incredible talent. And she's been all over the US, but finally she's made Silicon Valley her home, briefly. So she's actually moved to Hollywood, California, but she's our special guest. And welcome to you, Alexis. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Tell us something about yourself, Alexis. What's going on in your life and what do you do for fun? How's it like living in Hollywood, attending school there?
It's a dream come true. I don't know if you've ever seen School of Rock or High School Musical, but my school is like that times about 100. It is an absolute dream come true. I couldn't imagine anything better. My free time, I like to write music and sing. I also like to catch turtles. It's a, fun hobby of mine, so.
Great combination,
Yeah.
Catching turtles. I love that.
Yeah, if my music doesn't work out, someday I plan to be a professional turtle breeder.
Awesome, fantastic. Now, I can sense a little bit of pressure, at home. Like, here is this girl wanting to go to Hollywood, and Dad, Mark, telling Alexis, I want you to go and study in UC Berkeley. I mean, did that conversation happen in your home?
It did happen. My family is a very traditional family. They always expected me to go to a four-year college, and I did apply to a few four-year colleges, and I got accepted to some, but I realized about midway through high school that I'm somewhat of a different breed, and music school for me was the best route. I was focused more on pop music, and Musicians Institute was also very focused on pop music, and that's how I made my choice. I looked into a few other schools, but Musicians Institute just really clicked with me.
So if it wasn't playing music, would you be out there catching turtles? What else would you be doing?
What else would I be doing? I would love to be a professional race car driver, turtle catcher, maybe a Olympian, but all my focus has gone into music. So that's what I'm doing, and my plan A is make it as a musician, and my plan B is please refer to plan A.
Okay, great. I love it. So you're going to perform something for us today, right? Tell us, what are you planning to perform?
I'm performing an original song called Fall to the Sky. I originally wrote it with a guy named Greg Eagle, and we wrote it on the acoustic guitar, and then I took it to my friend and producer, Adam Mariucci. And Adam Mariucci is actually, he started me with my whole career. I don't know if I would be here now without him. But I took it to him, and he produced it and made it sound absolutely amazing. And I wrote the melodies and the vocals and the lyrics. And Adam Mariucci and Greg Eagle wrote the instrumentation. So that's the song I'm going to do today.
Fantastic. Let's hear you sing, Alexis.
Yep.
It's out of the question, the way that you move, baby, got me running back to you. Just another misconception. The sky's falling through, say you don't want me, but I know you do. I've only got one day before another, so I'll take this shot for the better. When we fall high. When we fall to the sky. Yeah, we fall high, and when we fall to the sky. in the sky. Taken back to my first thought, I close my eyes, try to visualize the world without you by my side. But this game calls for two to play, and they want you and me to participate. Only got one day before another, so I'll take this shot for the better. When we fall, we fall, we fall high. When we fall to the sky. Yeah, we fall high. And when we fall to the sky. The sky. When the day comes, we might collaborate, stand side by side, collide. The world awaits. When the day comes, we might communicate. We'll fall together forever after. It's about time this tension is far removed. I wanna get close, be close to you. When we fall, we fall, we fall high. When we fall to the sky. Yeah, we fall high. And when we fall to the sky. In the sky. Ooh, oh.
Wow, that was phenomenal, Alexis. Oh my God, what amazing combination. A dad-daughter performing. I haven't seen that before, but it was just incredible to watch you guys perform. Thank you so much. So let's see. I remember watching you at our annual competition, and you just not only had awesome energy, you have a great personality, but you actually connected with your audience so well. Tell me, how did you become such an amazing show person, a show girl, if I may?
Well, actually, I spent my youth in Texas, and I started off as a dancer, and I would dance behind the people that would, sing in front of me, and I realized one day that I want to be that front person, and I want to be singing and making those people smile and seeing their eyes light up. And I started singing, and I started doing that. And then I ended up in a bunch of performing groups in Texas, and then I moved to California my freshman year of high school, got into a rock band, and I just grew as a performer, with all the different situations I was put in. And for me, performing is like the number one motivation for me as a singer. I love looking into the audience and seeing people's eyes light up and them smile and dancing. And I hope one day to be in a huge stadium with 55,000 people and see their eyes light up and all of them dancing and having fun. And that's one of my main goals, is just to make people happy and see them smile when I sing.
I can very well see that happening. Coming soon to HP Center, Alexis. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Yes, for sure. Now, so I can see dancing. I can see singing. What about acting? Are you also going to school for that, or what are your plans? Long-term plans? What are you dreaming of?
I would love to act. My dad and we have watched the movie Step Brothers probably about 50 times. We just saw the campaign, Blades of Glory, all of our favorite movies. So I would love to get into like comedic acting. I plan to take some acting classes when I move down to LA, which is in about a month. And, I hope to get into acting. I love dancing, I love singing, so why not add that to my resume?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alexis, for coming down.
Thank you.
I think you're destined for greatness. So we will actually get to see that happen over the next few years. So thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest in our studios. We have Rudy, part of the crew. And Rudy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest in our studios. We have Rudy, part of the crew. And Rudy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
So, Rudy, I wanted to congratulate you on that amazing win. You guys performed. Your whole team was up on stage,
Yep.
performing a song, standing on the corner watching the girls go by.
Right.
And you guys won the top prize at the annual competition.
Amazing. It really was amazing.
You know, I think even more amazing for me was to sit there in the audience and watch you guys put on an amazing performance, because it made my hair stand up literally, and awesome energy that I saw out there. And what was also incredible was to watch the whole audience stand up and give you a standing ovation. Tell me, how was the whole experience for you?
It was an amazing experience because when we arrived at the auditorium, here we are, a bunch of old guys. We walk in the room and we look out and we say, oh my goodness, everybody there, the oldest person we can see is about our children's age. And we were wondering if we might have gotten to the wrong place. But once we got up there, we were kind of expecting, you know, kind of a peremptory applause. Thank you very much for joining us. And given that most of the songs were very modern, we were singing one, standing on the corner watching all the girls go by, from a musical that was back in the 50s. So here we are. And as I said in my introduction, everybody, you've got to use your imagination here, because we don't really stand out in the corner these days. But if you subtract about 50 or 55 years, you kind of get the idea. So, well, you know what happened. We sang our song, and we were absolutely astounded, expecting this kind of peremptory applause. They were standing, shouting, and it was great. It was just terrific. We were amazed. It really made our week, our day, our month. We're still talking about it. Well, we really enjoyed having you and your whole crew there. I mean, it was just phenomenal to have you up there. So tell me about the name. How did you come up with that name? Yeah, the name, because we just have been together just a couple of years. The first song we did was Jamaica Farewell, which, you know, is about a sailor who sails in and out of Jamaica and Kingston Town and so forth. And so we said, well, okay, what's a good name that might go along with that? So we called ourselves the crew of the ship, of course. So, and we decided to stick with that name. Yeah. And how about the actual song? You know, how did you come up with that song? Because when I met Bob at the senior center, Bob Cancelleri, and he was going to come in and perform a solo. So we had talked about that. And then he calls me up and he tells me, oh, you know, I'll have a big team. I'm like, okay, how big is your team? And he said 9 people. I'm like, oh my God, 9 people? But we had a big stage. So we said, okay, you know, that might work out. But I didn't really know what to expect. So, I mean, what led to all the transition, and how did you arrive at this particular song? Well, of course, the crew sings for the Fun Time Singer. If you'll let me put in a little plug for the Fun Time Singer, it's a community chorus that has 3 events per year. And our spring event was based on a theme, each one is, and the theme for this one was Broadway musicals. And so we had to pick a song from a Broadway musical, which is what we did. And Standing on the Corner really stood out. It had been suggested in previous performances, and it was something that you can really get into, and we can kind of identify with if you subtract 50 years or so, as we said. Okay, fantastic. Now, the prize money, you know, I mean, you guys won the prize money, but as it turns out, you donated it right back to the senior center. I mean, what was going through your minds, you know? I mean, was it, did you have a lot of discussions on that? What really happened? Well, we were sitting in the audience waiting for the winners to be announced, and when we heard the crew, I think our first thought was, oh my goodness, we're going to get a special award for not having a heart attack on the stage or not stumbling as we leave the stage or something like that. So it was, we were quite amazed when we were still standing at the end of the presentation. And as I say, it just made our day, week, and month, and we're still talking about it. So when we got the prize of $1,000, we gave it serious consideration. Could we use this $1,000 to further our career in show business? But after a lengthy discussion of about 10 seconds, we decided it would be better to donate the money to the Saratoga Senior Center. That was a really nice gesture on your part, so thank you so much for doing that. You're welcome.
Because our senior center was in dire need.
Yes.
And every dollar was actually helpful. So thank you. One final question,
Yes.
So now when you and your crew are walking around in Saratoga, are you celebrities? People are like standing in the corner and trying to get your autograph?
Not yet, but we expect the YouTube video to go viral, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Rudy, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you coming down.
My pleasure.
Event. You get to see what goes on there. These events are held the first Saturday every month at Blue Rock Shoot, Saratoga. There is no entry fee, and it's a great opportunity for you to showcase your fine talent while sipping some fine wine or just kick back and enjoy the performances unfold. Okay, why don't we roll? Who are we watching here? Well, you'll actually find out.
Knock me off my feet again. Got me feeling like nothing new. With your perfect dance on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded you. Picking on a weaker man. Well, you take me down from just one single blow. But you don't know, someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Yeah, someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Why you gotta be so mean? You with your stitching sides and your wild lies and humiliation, you have pointed out my flaws again. As if I don't already see them, I walk my head down trying to block you out, cause I never impress you. I just wanna feel okay again. But you got pushed around and somebody made you cold. This life lands right now, cause you can't lead me down that road, and you don't know what you don't know. quick, wet boy down into deep. 4 coins, all of us straight. Blind eyes, right on my plastic toys. And when the cops close the bar, I cut my long baby hair. Stole me a dog kidnap. Call for you everywhere. And I found you. Like last bird. Now I'm a fat house cat, cursing my sore blunt tongue, watching the warm boys and rats curl through the white fence cracks, kissing on magazines, photos of fishing mules, thrown in the cold and clean blood of Christ mountain stream. Have I found you? Like last
That's all we have, folks. Hope this was fun. Thank you all for joining Silicon Valley's Got Talent. Find us via our website, siliconvalleystalent.com, or via our Facebook page, facebook.com/valleytalent. I will see you back next week with another exciting episode of Silicon Valley's Got Talent, where you get to enjoy and experience artistic expression at its finest, transcending geographies, genres, and generations. Thank you all.